Hello everyone and welcome back to GTA 3. Last time we did some missions for the yakuza here in Staunton Island, and now we're gonna be continuing on that kind of thing as we're going to be meeting Asuka's brother Kenji at his casino.
That's a lot of ammo. When did we pick up that much?
My sister speaks highly of you, though I'm yet to be convinced that a guy Jin can offer anything but disappointment. Perhaps you could help deal with a situation that has me at a disadvantage. Of course, failure has its own disgrace. A yakuza kanbu is in custody awaiting transfer for trial. He is a valued member of the family. Break him out of custody and get him to the dojo at Bedford Point.
Anyway, we have to break out some high-ranking member of the yakuza from prison, so we're gonna need to steal a cop car. And yeah, you mentioned that I had a lot of ammo. I mean, I've been picking it up every time I go to the hideout, because it respawns there. So I end up getting quite a bit. Of course, you do lose all your ammo when you die or get arrested, but I have not done that either, so...
I was about to say, like, when has that happened?
So anyway, we could steal a cop car from traffic, but it's probably a better idea, or at least a safer idea, to just go to the police station and just pick up one right there at the parking lot.
You'd think that would be a little harder considering, you know, police station.
Yeah, you would think so, but I mean, sometimes the cars at the parking lot, they are locked. But this time it was not, so we'll just drive this to the 8-Ball bomb shop here. 8-Ball has a shop here in Staunton as well. He's not personally here, but he's just got a bunch of different, spots.
You know, gotta diversify your offerings and your locations.
Yeah, I mean, I guess in a place like Liberty City, he would get a lot of customers, so it makes sense business-wise. Okay, so this is just a basic car bomb. You fire it up with the right stick by clicking on it, which is also the same button that you use for drive-bys in this version. Which is a little bit awkward, since you also turn the camera with the right stick.
Yeah, I can see how that could go wrong really easy.
Yeah, the control scheme in this is a little bit awkward, but it's even more awkward in San Andreas, where you actually have like full analog control with the right stick of the camera, so
oh my.
There are some problems there. Yeah, and the game is complaining that we are leaving the kanbu behind. Which we really are not, of course, but that is what they think.
I mean, you gotta get the getaway vehicle prepped.
Yeah, and trying to get over this debris with predictable results. That went well, okay. Let's try that again. And yeah, the police cars actually both blew up now, so I'm glad the kanbu did not get killed in all of that. Also, look at the size of those handprints on the wall. That looks like he killed Andre the Giant in there or something like that. And the cops are having some minor difficulties getting over here for some reason. Now, of course, we have a...
Oh, that's...
sorry?
The police bribe thing is very conveniently placed.
It is, yeah. Now, the problem here, of course, is that we can't take any of these police cars to the pay and spray. They'll just say that I'm not touching anything that hot. So, we're gonna need to get rid of our wanted level in some other way. In this case, that would be police bribes. Although I can't really remember all the locations of them in this part of the city, but that's fine. We find this one and that should be enough. The last one will disappear on its own as soon as we get far enough away.
Okay. So is it just like time spent out of range of like the police, or is there just like a little invisible proximity circle you gotta get out of?
It seems to be kind of random. Didn't quite catch that, but never mind. Kanbu, sir, you're apparently having some issues. I was genuinely afraid that that would cause a soft lock, but thankfully not.
It's kind of funny. I was just last night I was watching a video about like ways you could soft lock Mario Party, and a lot of it turned out to be stuff like that, where the game just could not continue because it's trying to get characters walking into.
Yeah, that makes sense. Also, title drop.
It is impossible to overestimate the importance of etiquette in this line of work. To my eternal shame, a man once did me a favor, and I've never had the opportunity to repay his kindness. The man's weakness is motor cars, and he has requested that we acquire him certain models for his collection. Needless to say, we must give him the cars as a gift to repay the debt that I owe him. You must obtain the cars on this list and deliver them to a garage behind the car park in Newport. My honor demands it.
Claude, that is not how you hold a note.
It's fine.
He's got telekinesis.
Alright, so how many cars do we gotta get?
We need to get 3 specific cars. And we have about 6 minutes to do that. Which sounds like a lot of time, but it really isn't. And also, these cars have to be in mint condition.
Right, so, don't barrel over people like that.
Well, no. So the first one is right here at this parking lot. There is a proper entrance here, actually a couple of proper entrances, but, I mean, why wouldn't you ramp up the stairs?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta do that to make your big entrance, and then you go out the normal way. Because it's gotta be mint.
Yeah, and it has to be this specific car that is parked at the parking lot. It can't be like another one of the same model, I think. I'm not sure, but I think that's how it works. So now we just try to carefully drive this thing to the garage, which is actually right next to the pay and spray, so even if you do damage the car, it's not gonna penalize you that bad. But you really don't have that much time to spare, so you want to avoid damage anyway.
Yeah, so, okay, it sounds like you can mess up a little bit?
A little, yeah, but not very much. I remember trying to do this on PC with a keyboard as well, and that was fun.
Oh boy.
The keyboard controls are not exactly fantastic in terms of car control, as you could probably guess.
Was it at least running at the correct clock speed, so the cars weren't like impossible to drive?
I mean, it was okay. I mean, the frame rate in general was not great at the time, but it worked okay for the most part.
Okay, so it wasn't like the Saints Row 2 PC port.
No. Well, I mean, when the Saints Row 2 PC port came out, there probably were no systems in the world that could actually run it above 30 FPS, so I guess it also did run in fast motion.
Yeah, I think the car driving speed was tied to the system clock speed.
Yeah, I think that was on Windows 7 in particular. It was fixed on the later versions for some reason. But like, I have Windows 10, or when I got Windows 10 and tried Saints Row 2 on it, that worked just fine.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Except there were no more frame drops for some reason.
Oh. I mean, this is all moot now because of the new performance patch that's coming at some point.
Yeah, thankfully. Almost went to the pay and spray there, but we don't need to go there right now. I mean, that's kind of the first instinct that you have here, because, I mean, you drive down this alley so many times that you just automatically try to go to the pay and spray first. And this car was not here the previous time, which would have saved some time for us, but that's okay.
Can't believe this is the first car alarm I've heard this episode.
Yeah, you'd think that those fancy sports cars would have some kind of alarm on them, but apparently not.
Oh no, that's not good.
And yeah, if the cops manage to open your driver's side door and pull you out, that's an automatic. Well, you fail the mission, or you get busted. Well, both.
Well, yeah, getting sent to the detention center wouldn't help you repay favors.
No, it would not. But yeah, sometimes the cop just kind of teleports to the driver's side door and just pulls you out, so that's kind of annoying.
Put away the weapons and turn up the bass. It's time to relax and cage
I kind of wanted to listen to some more Keija, but at this point when I was recording I was still a little bit wary about using licensed music in these videos, which at some point I just stopped caring about.
Yeah, that's totally understandable.
I mean, in Vice City of course I did not give a shit, I just played whatever, so looking forward to a whole bunch of copyright claims, but there you go.
Alright, with a minute to spare.
Yeah, and that was with a little bit of screwing up, but yeah, that's still not a whole lot of time to screw around.
Yeah, I saw that the timer was still going until the mission complete thing went
Yeah, you
off.
can fail it
Could you...
if you just barely get the car there at the last second.
Oh man, that's rough.
So the car that we are driving at this point is the Yardy Lobo, which is the gang car of the Uptown Yardies, and it has hydraulics.
Oh man.
It's pretty cool.
When trouble looms, the fool turns his back, while the wise man faces it down. The Colombian cartel have ignored repeated requests to leave our interests in liberty well alone. Now they are negotiating terms with the Jamaicans in order to humiliate us further. They are finalizing a deal across town. Take one of my men, steal a Yardi car, and go pay your respects to the Colombians. Our honor demands that you leave no one alive!
Now I actually completely forgot that you needed a Yardi car for this. This was a complete coincidence. I just picked a car that was vaguely decent. But that worked out.
Yeah, funny how things work out like that.
Okay, and now we just need to go ahead and pick up Kenji's contact right here.
Oh man, look at that beautiful texture display window.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Absolutely glorious.
It looks more like a poster they put up on the wall.
Well, I mean, technically it is.
I mean, yeah, that is literally what textures are, but like I don't know, like instead of a storefront display, just here's a poster of what we got inside.
After the divorce and losing little Tommy, life was getting me down. I couldn't focus on...
So the deal is taking place in front of the hospital. You would think that... What the hell was that all about?
I don't know, it sounds like there's a shootout going on.
Well, that would not surprise me, honestly, because there are some Colombian cartel just hanging around, so who knows?
Oh man, they came out in unison.
They are well trained. Whoops.
Destoroy?
Don't mind it.
Where are you shooting?
That is an excellent question, which I have wondered many times myself.
Oop.
Yeah, I didn't quite notice that the car was on fire.
That's usually
and
kind
then
of
we
important.
shoot the contact because why not? I just noticed that there was still somebody that I could lock onto, so I just reflexively fired at him. But it doesn't really matter. Because I doubt he would have been smart enough to get away from these exploding cartel cruisers anyway, so... So now we just
what
take
happened to-
this... Huh?
What happened to Kenji's contact? Did he die?
Yeah, we shot him.
Oh no.
He happened to walk in front of our bullets.
That's not honorable at all.
Well, I mean, he would have died in some way anyway, probably, so...
I mean, I guess you're not wrong.
You know, that's a really good point.
So now we just take this briefcase back to Kenji's.
You know, if more people had guns, we'd have less shootings in this country. All right, we're going over here to line 2.
That's a hot take from the radio.
That was supposed to be sarcasm. He was mocking the caller.
Oh, okay.
So here I'm looking for a Yakuza Stinger, which is actually right there, and I'm blind. And it's got an alarm on it.
Lovely.
To be truly strong, it is important that you never show weakness. The business is fortunate enough to have our protection. Settle their accounts today. Go and collect the money immediately, so we can enter it into the casino accounts.
Okay, sounds simple enough.
I'm not gonna lie, doing all these missions for Kenji just makes me want to go play the Yakuza games.
Well, that is understandable. I've been playing Yakuza 3, the remaster on PS4, pretty much all weekend.
I need to get around to actually playing those, but I've got a whole lot of other things going on.
Yeah, I also
Switch,
want to
so-
play Judgment, but it still costs 60 euros, so I'm
Really, it
not...
didn't go on sale recently? Or for you?
No, it's still 60. There should be a PSN sale starting up soon, so it'll probably be reduced in that, so I'll probably pick it up then.
Non-zero chance that you can pick it up for like half price on that sale. At least if like the American trends are anything to go by.
Yeah, and that right there was one of the Diablos, who normally do not hang out around these parts.
He was waiting for you.
I can't pay you, and I wouldn't pay you if I could. Some young gang just jacked up the place. They took everything. You guys are useless. What kind of Yakuza are you anyway?
They jacked out the place?
So now we have to go and punish the gang, and of course that means we have to drive to Hepburn Heights and kill us some Diablos.
Does this turn the Diablos hostile
Yes,
on
it
you,
does.
or...? Okay.
I left this in so we could listen to some flashback.
Hell yes.
And probably get a copyright claim in the process, but there you go. I actually changed it here because I was supposed to cut to this part right here. I was just basically supposed to listen to flashback while I was driving here, but then I figured, might as well just skip it in the video.
Ah well, whatever works.
So we got a couple of Diablos hanging out here in their usual area.
That didn't seem too complex.
Well, yeah, you're in a car and heavily armed, so there's not a whole lot these guys could do.
What is that heart icon? Is that
That's health.
recovery? Okay. Ooh, there's a ramp.
There is, but I think we'll ignore it for now, because I don't really want to roll my car and get killed.
Boo. I mean, understandable, but boo.
Yeah, and I'm not sure why I decided to wait for the alarm there to stop, because we could have just gotten in the buggy here and just driven off, and nobody would have cared really, but eh.
Why are the alarms going off for the cars we don't need to steal?
I don't know.
Thankfully, I mean, I've done a lot of crazy things, I can tell you that. I've never been on fire. At least not to my knowledge.
So this car is actually pretty rare. I believe it only spawns at that parking lot there, outside Misty's apartment actually, because this is the buggy that Kenji was fixing in his cutscenes.
So you're gonna go register that in your garage, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Did I say that Kenji was fixing it, or did I say Joey?
You said Kenji,
Yeah,
but...
sorry about that. I meant Joey, of course. And this one is locked. So we'll just take the buggy instead.
Dedication we have to our employees and the quality of our new wave.
Alright, we coming up on the last Kenji mission, or...?
I think this is the last one. Yeah, it is.
You. How fitting you should choose this moment to show your worthless face.
Dude, what the hell?
Feel your attempts to dissuade the Jamaicans from becoming bedfellows with the cartel were wholly inadequate.
Well, I don't see you doing anything about it, Kenji.
Selling packets of spank like they were selling hot dogs. Those cartel pigs are laughing at us. At me. I will give you one last chance to prove my sister's faith in you to be well-founded. Run these scumbags into the ground and wash your shame in rivers of our enemies' blood.
You know, Kenji, a real leader would lead by example.
Yeah, no, that's, Huh. Do you have a timeline for this?
There is one, yeah, as soon as we start killing these guys. Well, there isn't really, like, a timer that counts down, but they will eventually start leaving the streets.
Okay.
So we have to be quick about this, and we have to kill at least 8 of them.
To another end, before you know it, he found all kinds
So there's the first one. Not too difficult.
Sure, we'll go with minced. I think the punctuation could use a little work there, but...
Yeah, that is a bit of a running theme with the subtitles in general.
Oh no, you missed a yardie.
Oh no. What a tragedy. LP cancelled.
Does it count it... Wait, like, when they push all their product, like, do they just fade into the void, or...?
I think they just disappear, yeah.
Okay, so you can't, like, get them as they're getting off the streets.
I don't think so. I mean, somebody will probably correct me in the thread or in the comments if I'm wrong, but that is how I understand it.
I'm kind of amazed that you're running over all these dudes and, like, in plain sight of some cops, and they just don't care.
I mean, the cops know the deal, they don't want to get involved. Unless they absolutely have to, and if it's just a bunch of drug dealers and gang members killing each other, who cares? This is Liberty City after all.
I guess. Okay, do you have to be the one to kill them, or can they be killed by, like...
That, I don't know.
I don't want to... It kind of seems like it has to be you who does the deed, because otherwise I feel like the counter would just kind of go up by itself.
Yeah, that... Of course, they will only spawn when you, like, approach, so they're not gonna be there for the entire mission. Or anything like that, I don't think.
Okay.
I mean, that's just a guess, but that is how the spawning in general works in these games, so...
I mean, that makes sense.
Now our garage is full, but if you force it open like this, you can actually fit more than the normal 2 in there. And it'll stay there as well.